Oh yeah. All right. Fucking X6. Come on. How many can contracts micros can use in 50 combine? I think 20 at first. 20 micros at first. And then after you get a buffer, I think you can go to 50 micros. But if you're in a combine, I think you can go up to 50. What's up? What's up? All right, I'm gonna make a poll here. What did you do? What's your average? Oh, 24, 398, 400. Problem is, dude, it's gonna get real fucking whippy. You know you're gonna, if you're not right, you're gonna lose, right? And you're busting your entire account. You have 5 minutes until the release of the news. Like, you will bust your account if you're wrong. Problem is, you go in the 5 minute and it's still respecting this. Depends on what you want to do. It looks like it wants to go back up a little bit, at least until 438s. Yeah, interest rate comes out in 5 minutes. Doesn't look like a rate cut. Yo, do you know, like, that's gonna boom the market up? You know that, right? Because now they're guaranteeing another rate cut in October. But a rate cut would... See, it's already factored in. And my only problem is that it's been going down for days. It's been going down for days. Like, it should have been going up. And then do a rug pull. So it's throwing me off. It's throwing me off. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I really don't. It should have been going up. So... X6, it's going to probably whip back and forth. This lets you know probably 100 points. You're going to have to pray that it goes in your direction. You're going to have to pray it goes in your direction. I mean, right now, if I had to guess, is an ABC. This is hard to tell, bro. I can't give you an answer. 386. Oh, that ain't good. That's for break even? Yeah, I mean, this looks like it wants to crack down a little bit. But I don't know, dude. We got 3 minutes away. Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock. In 3 minutes. Guys, I got a poll up. If you guys can answer that poll on the top left corner where my horns are, there's a poll. Do you think there's going to be a rate cut, a 0.25, a 0.50 cut, or no cut? What's going on now? No, it should be, release of the race should be 2. Is Powell is talking or no? Yeah, it's in 1 minute. Powell is? I'll look it up. You know what doesn't help either is that Trump and fucking the vice president speaking. I don't know what's a good one to play. I don't want to play somebody else that's speaking. Oof. So what do you need now, X6? This is scary, dude. Man, where the fuck is a good one? I don't know, I don't see it. But we're just gonna pay attention. Alright, it should. Whoa, daddy! What was it? What was it? Yeah, you're cooked, aren't you? Yeah. I tried to tell you to get out, man. It was too risky. Now you can short up here, man. But sorry to hear that. You got too desperate. And I understand time wasn't on your side. He didn't speak yet. The interest rate should be out. Does anybody know what it is? I mean, I really want to fucking buy right now. I'm gonna sit on my hands though. Daddy's usually right. I don't know where you are, Derek, but right now it should be released right now as we speak. I'm still waiting to see what it is. It's not updated yet. Maybe it's on here. Let me see. Alright, so it's 425. So they lowered it a quarter like they expected. Of course Top Chef can't fucking handle the volume. They always do this shit every time, bro. It's best to not trade during fucking news with them. Their shit crashes every fucking time when they're a huge event like this. $2.30? They speak at $2.30. All right, so they're not. It looks like they're not. This Fed median rate forecast in the next year to 3 years is only 3.125. Gold's probably went insane, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, I fucking knew it. The way that it wasn't... Wow. You can't even trade this. That's insane. Nice. That was risky unless you did like a 1 micro down here. So that's why I kept complaining today. I'm like, why is it grinding down? It should be grinding up and then rug pull. It did the old reversal. The old reversal on you, daddy. Cat gaming. Where you been, bro? I'm a scat man. Getting whipped, bro. How are you getting whipped? It's been okay. Like yesterday was rough, but still walked away with $100. It still was rough yesterday though. I don't know if it's gonna keep grinding. Yeah, London wasn't good, was it? Or London, like, this morning London? Looks like it wants to keep fucking going. Until he talks, this is probably gonna just ride a little bit, and then when he talks, it's probably gonna fucking crack. Oh, this is a good trade, bro. What are you talking about, man? Wow, 9 out of 19 officials see 2 additional cuts in 2025. Two see 1 cut, 6 see no more reductions. So that's interesting. If we do more cuts, we're only gonna go up higher. Let's see. There wasn't much here. That was the issue. That's one issue you guys gotta watch. So, like, yeah, we got a nice shift here. But, oh, that's 230. Let's see where 330 is. Man, there's no sign. There's no signal here. So you should have been good. You fucked up somewhere, bro. Oh my god. There's definitely mix-up between the Fed's projections. One policymaker estimates the appropriate policy rate for 1 year at end is 4.25 to 4.50. One solid at 2.75 to 3%. That means we have a long ways to go, and probably we can guess we could do like a happy medium, right? He should be speaking at 2:30, but he might be still speaking. This was good too. There were actually all winners last night. Oh, that you gangsta, bro. That was risky. Woo! This is some hard trading right here, boys. I don't know if I want to touch this. I don't know, dude. It's scary. I'm scared. Even one micro is gonna fucking destroy me. If this doesn't hold, dude, it's gonna fucking plummet. So they have mixed reviews from the feds. All 19 of them are kind of saying different shit that should happen. So that's not really good. I would say there's going to be a happy medium, though, that it's going to meet right in the middle. Hell no, don't enter an NQ, bro. Hey, what? Bro, you know there's like $10,000 right here, right? I shouldn't have said 10,000 because some of you guys' brains probably lit up like, ooh, money. If I had to guess, this is bullish. I'm just scared. Let's wait for a buy signal. I can try to find Mr. What do you want? Sorry, my dog wants me to throw the ball to him. Powell. See, I don't want to put anybody live when they're speaking. I just want him fucking speaking. So there's a lot of fucking people talking right now, bro. Yeah, there's mad people fucking. Ooh! I'm trying to put it on now, Johnny Trades. I don't see anybody with a live feed, though. Alright, I see it here. But it's not live yet until 2:30. Oh, this one's live. You're watching now? Yeah, I'm trying not to get somebody else live.
No, I mean, your monetary policy has to be forward-looking. That is elementary. You've got to be looking at, I always talk about the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance.
Can you guys hear that?
We say that over and over and over again, right? So it's always forward-looking. You know, if you know, at the very beginning of the pandemic, you know, we cut rates to zero immediately. Nothing had happened. We just knew that it was going to be really bad, right? So we took very aggressive forward-looking because we knew things were going to be unusually difficult. So, of course,
we never fucking listen.
We sort of know is coming. We just don't.
Bro, I told you I don't want to put somebody else live. I need to find just him speaking because I'll get fucking copyrighted.
So the labor markets now understand how they're going to go, and it feels much more positive and constructive.
I'm way fucking ahead of you. Way ahead of you.
So, again, we think that our current stance of monetary policy is in a good place.
You probably learned this morning that there was a rate cut.
Thank you, Amanda Buckley with Bloomberg. Chair Powell, in February, you told Congress that the Fed is, quote,
if this goes down here, I'll be looking for a reversal to the upside.
Staff in May announcing a
if it's too loud, let me know.
At the Fed, you said you wanted to ensure that the Fed was, quote, right-sized. Those two statements appear to be at odds with one another. Could you explain what changed in the roughly 3 months between those statements that made you decide that staff levels at the Fed should decline?
I don't see them at all as intention. So I was asked, is the
I
Fed
gotta pause
overstaffed?
the music.
And I said
My bad.
no. And I sort of said as a pun, overworked.
Up,
but not
down,
overstaffed.
up,
People do
down,
work
touch the ground.
extremely hard at the Fed, and I know they work hard at Bloomberg too. So, but we do. We work hard, but I would say this. So we are careful stewards of public resources, and sometimes you need
that's
to show
gonna be
that.
wild.
So there have been several times in our history, modern history, where the Fed has said, you know what?
350 will be wild.
Big news. Picasso is
Blah blah blah
officially
blah blah
raised
blah
over
blah blah blah
40
blah blah
million
blah
from
blah
more
blah
than
blah blah blah
10,000
blah 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 blah
investors
blah blah
across the
blah blah
country.
blah blah. Trying to get past the.
That this is a time when we can, we grow at about, our head count is growing at about 1% a year. So over the course of a couple of years, we're doing a careful scrub of the board and all the reserve banks. And
All right, here's a reversal.
10% of employees who can do something else, where we can streamline our operations, and we think we can get there in a couple of years. We think we can do that, and we think this is without taking risk to carrying out our critical missions. So this is something.
Yeah, dude, I'm a little nervous. This is an old video. He doesn't speak until 2:30.
Again, respecting that we have critical missions to carry out. I've
Let's see.
a lot of experience in my prior careers, with headcount reductions and things like that, and this is how you do it professionally. You do it carefully, thoughtfully.
Like, he
with a lot
doesn't
of
speak until
planning,
2:30.
and you do it over a period of time. And I think the Fed will be fine. I think no
This
one
is
will
an old
notice
video. I
any
fucking knew
decline
it.
in our ability to carry.
It's an old video. He doesn't speak until 2:30. How the fuck these guys got so many viewers, bro? This will be it right here. 2:30. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. He doesn't talk into 2:30. Wow, this is fucking dumping, boys. Holy fuck. 300s right now. Who got that one? Well, we'll put this to the side for now. 2:30, I'll put it back on, alright, boys and girls? I'm gonna, if I get in this... Oh, you crazy. Oh, demo? Where you going, Derek? You don't leave me for 14 minutes, damn it. You watch me until the end. Man, would I fucking love to long this and make 10 G's. God! So tempting, right? I can get a fucking 10K payout right now. This is about to give me a rocket symbol soon. I don't know if I can handle 3 fucking 50. Oh, it's 50 points. This candle's 50 points. 50 fucking points. I'm waiting to see the other one comes, but I'm gonna get in now. Damn, that was so late. So late. I know, but I wanted to wait for the shift one. First target is 413, 420. And that would be fucking, if it comes back down, bro, it's 100 points. 100-point move. I'm literally going 1 micro, guys.
Order filled.
And then if I get that other one, definitely down to put in 1 more. I feel like it's gonna go. We're just gonna do 2. Fuck it.
Order filled.
Order filled.
And we're gonna try to go for about 418. You got this, Billy. My man. I'm so scared. I want to go 1 more, man. 280, bro. We'll see, bro. Alpha's usually right. But I'm okay to hold it if it comes down. Oh, that's 100 fucking points. Fuck! The only house they're cleaning is yours. I feel like that was an expert comeback. It could, guys. It really could. I'm only in 2 micros. I'm not mad. I'm green today. If it starts crashing through this, then yeah, that's not good. 312s. And I didn't get my second one. Waiting for my second confirmation. I might even add another one if I get a second one. Wow, Raymond, you're you're ripping me, bro. You're a cool guy. He said, well, when you want to be. 2 micros ain't bad. Just gonna be about 300 or 400 dollars. That's still a lot of money, Nico. When my TP hits, though, I want a nice little alpha daddy in the chat, okay? This needs to go just a tiny bit faster. It's 222. Right at that one fucking one. I hope it whips up just a little bit.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order filled.
There's another resistance here, so we just gotta watch. Be careful. There's that shift. Really late. Holy fuck. So if we waited for this one, we'd have had no profit. I might just take it out because we're right at that area.
Order filled.
Order
And regardless, I think it was a good trade. You guys keep challenging Alpha. It's all right. You guys are probably most of the time you guys are right, but you guys are right longer term. Does that make sense? Daddy's right now, but a lot of you guys have really good. Oh damn! Wish I held it. It would have been like an extra $40. But you just gotta you guys are sometimes are right. You guys have good analyzation of the market. It's just that it usually comes back and it questions you first, and then it goes to your area. Does that make sense? And if you want to go to the 5-minute, you'll see exactly what the fuck's going on. You'll see the cloud right here. Now, if this starts popping up here, then I'm going to say you guys are totally wrong. Man, could you imagine I full ported this like a good, not full port, but I did like my normal 12 contract size? That would have been another G easily. I just don't think I had the heart palpitations to handle that move if it started going against me though. Because look at this stop loss for that move. 200 fucking points almost. That would have been the stop loss. That's the I'm fucking wrong stop loss. You can obviously get out before. It's usually 1 minute prior, 1 minute after. Oh, you know what? Scott Gaming, are you using Take Profit Trader? Cameras on? All right. But they're not live yet, right? No, it's just 2:30. I'm a Scott man. Ladders. Now, this is going to get a little bit messy again. How was my trade? We profit, bro. It's LUVE. What's that mean? Ooh, goat. Potato. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate you. I'll pin it. I'll pin it. Here's a tater boy. Tater boy. Derek, sometimes it'll rip down when he's about to start. Because people are scared. So they take out the money and then it'll just rip. Look, watch. You're about to see it now. Now, I don't trust this. We're literally 3 minutes until open. Ooh, is that a ghoul? No, you were doing so good. You need Alpha Daddy in your ear, that's why. It's up in the air, bro. When this guy talks, it's gonna go wild. I mean, it did not go below this fair value gap, so it's a very good sign to keep going up. Yeah, if this wants to break that high, I'm cool with that too. We'll get another short in. One thing, Scott Gaming, just take your time, bro. Don't get into that hurry up and complete, because then you might go into that little digging yourself a hole. You're doing very good, trust me. You are fucking way ahead of the game, especially if you just started. Challenger. Charger or Challenger? Got that scat pack, yo? That scat pack? No, definitely not technically friendly. And that's a good way to fucking put it, to be honest with you. I'm a Scott man. All right, let's pause this. And let's press play. And let me know how you feel about the other accounts that you're trying. I'm always curious to see what else is good. I don't everybody has like these little rules. I just don't want any more rules. I have too much shit going on in my head. All right, it's coming out, boys and girls. Raymond, where the fuck are you? Now it's live.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. While the unemployment rate remains low, it has edged up. Job gains have slowed, and downside risks to employment have risen. At the same time, inflation has risen recently and remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, and in light of the shift in the balance of risks, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by a 1/4 percentage point. We also decided to continue to reduce our securities holdings. I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Recent indicators suggest that growth of economic activity has moderated. GDP rose at a pace of around 1.5% in the first half of the year, down from 2.5% last year. The moderation in growth largely reflects a slowdown in consumer spending. In contrast, business investment in equipment and intangibles has picked up from last year's pace. Activity in the housing sector remains weak. In our summary of economic projections, the median participant projects GDP to rise 1.6% this year and 1.8% next year, a touch stronger than projected in June. In the labor market, the unemployment rate edged up to 4.3% in August, but remains little changed over the past year at a relatively low level. Payroll job gains have slowed significantly to a pace of just 29,000 per month over the past 3 months. A good part of this slowing likely reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and lower labor force participation. Even so, labor demand has softened, and the recent pace of job creation appears to be running below the break-even rate needed to hold the unemployment rate constant. In addition, wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, the marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers is unusual. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen. In our SEP, the median projection for the unemployment rate is 4.5% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.7% over the 12 months ending in August, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.9%. These readings are higher than earlier in the year as inflation for goods has picked up. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing for services. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, on balance, over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.0% this year and falls to 2.6% in 2026 and to 2.1% in 2027. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 4 to 4.25%, and to continue reducing the size of our balance sheet. Changes to government policies continue to evolve, and their effects on the economy remain uncertain. Higher tariffs have begun to push up prices in some categories of goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen. A reasonable base case is that the effects on inflation will be relatively short-lived, a one-time shift in the price level. But it is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent, and that is a risk to be assessed and managed. Our obligation is to ensure that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to
Nico,
the
why did
downside.
you say 280
challenging
before? I'm just
situation.
curious. Is there a level
When
there?
our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. With downside risks to employment having increased, the balance of risks has shifted. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to take another step toward a more neutral policy stance.
That's because the
With
280
today's
is low,
decision,
though.
we remain well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. We will continue to determine
say
the appropriate stance
314s.
of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate, based on what
okay,
each participant judges to be
You
the
like the
most
4-hour
likely
one?
scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds
Yo,
rate
you
will be
tripping.
3.6% at the end of this year, 3.4% at the end of 2026, and 3.1% at the end of 2027. This path is 1/4 percentage point lower than projected in June. As is always the case, these individual forecasts are subject to uncertainty, and they're not a committee plan or decision. Policy is not on a preset course. The Fed has been assigned 2 goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices.
You
We remain
traded?
committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We understand that our actions affect communities, families,
Yeah.
and businesses
It is
across
scary,
the country.
'cause
Everything we do is in service to our public mission, and we at the
he
Fed
could
will
say
do everything
one
we can
fucking wrong
to
word
achieve
and his
our maximum
plummets
employment
or
and price
rips.
stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to our discussion.
Yeah, I always try to stay away from that. At least the initial,
Thank
right?
you. Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. As you know, Fed Governor Stephen Myron has continued, kept his position at the White House, even as he's joined the Fed board. This is the first time, I believe, the Fed's board has had someone with executive branch ties in decades. Does this compromise the Fed's
It could.
independence from day-to-day politics?
Like I said, Nico,
And
you're usually
how can
right,
you
but you're
maintain the public's perception the
slightly
Fed
off of
is
your
politically
timing.
independent
And
with
sometimes it
this,
happens to me too.
dynamic?
That's why I hate
So,
fucking
we
options.
did welcome a new committee member today, as we always do, and the committee remains united in pursuing our dual mandate goals. We're strongly committed to maintaining our independence, and beyond that, I really don't have anything to share.
Well, great. And then just as a quick follow-up, I'm sorry, can you and other Fed officials have spoken extensively about the impact of tariffs on inflation, although perhaps with many companies appearing to eat the tariffs, tariffs may be impacting the labor market and other parts of the economy instead. Do you see that as a possible outcome here, that tariffs are the reason we're seeing some slowing, particularly in the labor market, rather than in inflation?
I don't even want to fucking play with this. Like,
You know,
I
it's
want a
certainly
long right now.
possible. You know, we're beginning
Let's just pretend I'm long right now,
showing through
and
into higher
365,
inflation,
and then
in
I'll
goods
take
prices
profit at
accounts for
405.
most of the increase in
Or
inflation,
actually more
perhaps
like
all of the increase in inflation over the course of this year.
396.
Those are not very large effects at this point, and we do expect them to continue to build over the course of the
They
rest
could
of
be
the year
wrong.
and into next year. And you know, it's also possible and that there may be effects.
And then
on
a break
employment,
below
but
this would mean I'm just wrong, period.
that I would say if you're looking at why employment is doing what it's doing, that's much more about the change in immigration. So the supply of workers has obviously come way down. There's very little growth, if any, in the supply of workers. And at the same
Are
time,
they all
demand
scattered
for
out, bro?
workers has also come down
Aztec?
quite sharply. And to the point where we see what
You
I
guys are
call a
funny.
curious balance. It's, you know, typically when we say things are in balance,
I'm
that
a
sounds
scat
good, but in this
man.
case, the balance is because both supply and demand have come down.
Yeah, this is
quite
gonna go
sharply.
down.
Now demand coming down a little more sharply because we now see the unemployment rate edging up.
Let me run those
From
plates
Russell,
real
Wall
quick.
Street Journal.
Let me see where they
Chair
go.
Powell, do economic conditions and the balance of risks no longer warrant a restrictive policy setting?
So I don't think we can say that. What we can say is this, that over the course of this year, we've kept our
Pretty dope.
policy at a restrictive level, and people have different views, but a clearly restrictive level, I would say. So, and we were able to do that.
I don't know who this is.
Over the course of
I
this year
love your
because the
name.
labor
Welcome
market
to
was in
Bully
very
Bears
solid
Trading.
condition with strong
Yeah, you guys
job
want to take this
creation.
short? I don't even know.
I think if you go back to April and now look at the revised job creation numbers for May, June, July.
Are you? Holy
August,
shit! Good job, dude.
I can no longer say that. So what that means is that the risks, which
Destroyer
the risks were
Gray?
clearly
That's the
tilted
most
toward
gangsta
inflation.
name I've
I would
ever
say they're
heard.
moving toward equality. Maybe they're not quite out of equality. We don't need to know that, but we do know that they've moved meaningfully toward greater equality. The risks between the two goals, and that suggests
Yeah,
that
we
should
only
be
got
moving
one
in the
hit here for
direction.
reversal,
That's
and I
what
was
we did
still
today.
scared. I only did 2 micros, dude.
What circumstances would a larger than 25 basis points rate cut be warranted? And how seriously was that option entertained at your meeting this week?
There wasn't widespread support at all for a 50 basis point cut today. You know, I think we've done very large rate hikes and very large rate cuts in the last 5 years, and you tend to do those at a time when you feel that policy is out of place and needs to move quickly to a new
This is a
place.
great
That's
long.
not at all what I feel certainly now. I feel like our policy
See how
has
it's
been
just touched
doing
this?
the right thing so far this year. I think
I'm still
we were
scared,
right to
though.
wait and see how tariffs and inflation and the labor market
Pat
evolved.
Well says, I can
I
no
think we're
longer
now
say the
reacting
labor
to,
market is solid.
you know, to the much lower.
That
level
means
of
more
job
rate
creation
cuts.
and other evidence of softening in the labor market, and saying, well, those risks are maybe not.
Oh,
fully
hell yeah,
balanced, but
definitely
moving in
lock
the
it,
direction of
bro.
balance now, and so that warrants a change in policy.
You have balls,
Smith
because
with
I
the New
wouldn't.
York
I
Times.
don't know.
Should we be viewing
I don't wanna
today's
lose my
cut
accounts.
as the committee taking out some insurance against the possibility that the labor market is at risk of
There
weakening?
it goes.
Or is it the committee's view that the dynamics of a downturn are already in place? I guess I'm
I
just
didn't fucking
trying
long
to
it.
square the shift in the rate forecast in the SEP towards more cuts than just 3 months ago, with the fact that the forecast for unemployment didn't change.
Yeah, I think you could think of this
Oh, you
in a
did
way
take
as a
it?
risk
I can still
management
fucking
cut,
take
because
this, too.
if you look at the
I kinda wanna do
SEP,
one.
actually,
Order filled.
the projections for growth this year and next actually ticked up just a little bit, and inflation
Order
and unemployment
filled.
didn't
I'm
really
not
move
going
it.
in
So
heavy,
what's
guys,
different
because
now? What's different
I'm a
now
little
is that you
nervous on
see
everything.
a very different picture of the risks to the labor market. You've seen we were looking at 150,000 jobs a month at the time of the last meeting. And now we see the revisions and we see the new numbers. And I don't want to put too much emphasis on payroll.
Literally,
job
if you don't
creation,
want to
but
fucking
it's just
do, if
one
you
of
don't
the
want to
things
take this
that
trade,
suggests
don't
that
take
the
it.
labor market is really cooling off. And that tells you that it's time to take that into account in our policy.
The SEP, once again, the median participant has inflation
Later,
higher
bro.
than previously expected by the end of next year, and the Fed not getting back to the 2% target until 2028. So I guess I'm just wondering how you characterize the risk to price pressures of kicking off a
I
series
did take a
of
short, but honestly, guys, really
Yeah,
be
so
careful. I could be
let me look at it
wrong.
this way.
Literally, I could be wrong in
fully
this one.
understand
Like,
and
I'm not
appreciate
that confident
that we need
when this
to
guy's talking.
remain fully committed to restoring
He can
2%
say one
inflation
wrong. He can
on a
say one
sustained
thing and it
basis, and we
shoots
will
to the
do that.
moon.
At the same time, we've got to weigh the risks to the two goals. And I would say since April,
So,
to me,
literally, I
the
advise you
risks of
just to
higher and more
chill.
persistent inflation have probably become a little less. And that's partly because the labor market has softened.
Take it out at 280,
GDP
and it
growth
did hit
has slowed.
280. Fuck.
So I would just say that the risks there have been less than one might think. And in terms of the labor market, what we're seeing is unemployment is still low. It's still a relatively low rate, but we're seeing downside risks.
Still bearish, though. You're right, but
Michael
let's
McKee
see.
from Bloomberg Radio and Television. I'm a little confused by your explanation of the Fed cutting rates because of unemployment. If you think that most of what's happening in the employment area is related to immigration, which
a lot of
rate
wicks
cuts
here.
wouldn't
Should I take it
address,
out?
how do you see that as more important than inflation, which has remained almost a full percentage point above your target?
Well, I was saying that what's happening in the labor market has more to do with immigration than it has to do with tariffs. That was the question I was answering. So I wouldn't say that all of what's happening in the labor market is due to tariffs. I mean, you clearly have a slowing.
But if we were going off of my
You clearly have a
indicators,
slowing
this
in
is short.
demand,
It's really short.
Which is now perhaps more
But
than that
again,
in
this guy can
supply,
come out and
we know that
say,
because the unemployment rate has ticked up.
"Fuck the world."
So
Guys,
that's
while
how-
we're
that's what I
waiting,
meant
just
by
give
that.
me 10 likes,
Follow
just
up,
to boost me up a bit.
Every year since 2015,
Take you about 5
the SEP
seconds.
has forecast that you would hit your target 2 years later. And this year, this
Gracias,
SEP
gracias.
says you're going to hit your target 2 years later. 2% does not seem to be in sight. Does that suggest that the 2% target is not really achievable?
Appreciate you.
And
Appreciate
does
you
this
guys.
present any credibility problems?
That's it. You
for
guys don't gotta go too crazy.
in
Just to
telling
get me
people
out of that fucking
that's
bottom.
what you're going to do if you can never reach it?
Well, I mean, you're right. It
Bottomness.
does say we're going to get to 2% inflation in 2028 at the end of 28. But that's literally how you put the projections together.
280 right now,
You're
bro.
writing
Should I
down
take
a
it
rate
out?
path, which is designed to
I think it
create
wants a little more.
over the course of the SEP
I know. I'm nervous.
time frame. 2%.
All right, we got an
inflation and
orange right
maximum
there.
Employment too. So that's.
All right,
that's
I'm just gonna
right
take it
there.
out.
Order
No one really knows where the economy will be in 3
Ooh, I
years.
still got it in
but
my
the
top
nature of
step.
the exercise is to
Oh, it's still going. I
write
knew
down
it.
policy that you believe would return
Order
to the
filled.
2%
All right.
level over at least by.
I had my hand on it. I had my hand on it.
Thanks so
I
much,
know.
Official
I just
Team
don't.
with
I'm
ABC
nervous
News.
too, Mr. Dad.
The
But you're
latest
right. If I
inflation
put a
report
stop
shows
loss
that
there, I wouldn't be so
prices are
scared,
still going
right?
up across key categories for many households, including groceries.
Can you guys hear
What
this?
will the
Okay.
Fed do
I can
if
turn it up a little
prices
bit.
pick up more?
So our expectation, and you can see this consistently through the year, has been that inflation.
How dare you
will
stay
move
on
up this year,
gambling?
but that basically because of the effects on goods prices from tariffs, but that
I was
those will
gambling.
turn out to be
There it goes.
a
Still going.
one-time
Still
price
didn't turn
increase as
colors.
opposed to
I still
creating
think it goes down a
inflationary
bit.
process. That's been our forecast. Pretty much all the individual
Yeah.
forecasts say
The
that.
win-win, right, Mr. Dad? You're
We
right.
can't just assume.
I feel
that,
like we're towards
right?
maybe a
We
little bit of a
have to-
pullback here.
Our job is literally to make sure that is what
The
happens.
wicks are
and
scaring
we
me.
will do that job. Right now,
Oh,
the
thank you for the
situation we're in
rose.
is that we see
Got my
we see,
hand.
inflation. We continue to expect it to move up. Maybe not as high as we would have
What?
expected it to move up.
You
a few
winter,
months
bro?
ago.
What's that mean?
The pass through of the tariffs into inflation has been slower and smaller. The labor market has softened. So the case for there being a persistent inflation outbreak is less.
See, that was a good
And
time
so
to get
that's
out,
why
though,
we
right?
think it's
Ah,
time
shit.
for us really to acknowledge that the risks to the other
Oh,
mandate
win rate?
have grown.
You know, it's
and
different
that
every
we
month.
should move in the direction of neutral. So what will we do? We'll do what we need to do.
Win rate.
But we have
It's
two
different every
mandates,
month.
and we try to
So
balance
like,
them. For a long
July
time, our
was
framework says
fuck.
that
We had like a
when our two goals
90%
are
win rate
intentional,
in
this is
July.
quite an unusual
It was
situation.
fire.
How do we decide what to do? Because our
2
tools
weeks
can't
into
do two things
August,
at
we had
once.
probably about another 90,
What
and
we do is
then
we
2
ask
weeks
which is farther
of
from, how far
August
is it
into
from the goal,
September,
how
it
long
dropped
is it
down to like
expected to get to the
70s.
goal?
So
and then we think about
definitely
those things, and
time
we
of
see,
the
as I mentioned,
markets and what's going on.
Our policy had been really skewed toward inflation for a long time, really. Now we see that there's downside risk clearly in the labor market, and so we're moving in the direction of more neutral policy.
How concerned are you about the slowdown in the jobs market for
Is the
households at home,
concept very
especially
hard to
younger
understand?
Americans
What do you
struggling to
say
land a
if
job?
you in
So
intermediate?
it's an interesting.
It's
labor
actually really
market,
not that
and
hard.
Obviously, we think it's appropriate that we reduce our rates so that
Rockets
we
and
become more
anchors,
neutral,
very
which will be-
simple.
which
Fucking take
presumably
them.
will be better for the labor market.
Get out of the blue line. Stop loss they got for you guys.
People
The
who are
shorts
sort of more
and,
at the
and
margins,
buys
so
are a little
kids
bit
coming out
more.
of
You need a little
college
bit more
and
information
younger
just to
people,
get in.
minorities are.
But the stop loss is fucking great on it.
having a
Like
hard time
it's really
finding
not that
jobs.
hard.
The overall job finding rate is very, very low. However,
And
the
one
layoff
thing
rate is also
you guys got to
very
start
low. So you've
doing
got
too,
a
you
low-
VIP
a low
guys
firing,
and
low
girls,
hiring
when
environment, and the concern is that
when you're
if
wrong
you
more
start to
than
see
twice,
layoffs,
just sit on your hands for a
people
bit
who are
because
laid off
obviously the
won't-
market
there
is
won't be a
fucked
lot of
up.
hiring going on, so that could very quickly flow into higher unemployment. In a healthier economy, healthier labor market, there would be jobs for those people. But now the hiring rate is very, very low. So that's been a growing concern over the last few months. And it's one of the reasons why we think it's appropriate that we begin to shift our policy focus toward a more balanced one.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Mr. Chair, in the past,
So
during
what
rate
made me
cuts, you
really
used
get
the
out
word
of this right now
recalibration.
is that one
And I
candle turned
wonder if
orange.
You pointedly did not use it this time. And in fact, when you said policy is not on a preset course, did you mean that as sort of the opposite of recalibration? Are we meeting to meeting, data point by data point? Are we in the process here of getting back to neutral? Thank you.
So I think we're in a meeting by meeting situation. We're going to be looking at the data. You know what? Let me say a
Who else
word
is
about
streaming,
the SEP.
bro?
Really,
You're taking
here.
all my fucking
So
viewers.
we often point this out. What the SEP is it's an
Who is
accumulation, accumulation of the individual projections of 19 people, showing what they believe at a particular moment in time to be the most likely
Fucking
path for the
ZZ.
economy.
Get the
and
fuck
thus
off.
The appropriate path. For
Jay Dunn, get the
monetary
fuck
policy as
off.
well. And as you know, we don't debate or try to agree on what that is. We just
Orion
write
Training,
them
get the
down and
fuck
accumulate
off.
them. We do sometimes discuss them.
Enigma,
And
get
so
the
we
fuck
always say
off.
we're not on a preset path, then we really mean that. The actual decisions we make.
I'm
are
only
based
saying that
on
'cause it got way more
the incoming
viewers than
data,
me.
The evolving outlook and the balance of risks at the time the decisions are actually made.
I'm not
So,
talking shit. I'm just.
you will have seen
joking.
that we have 10 participants out of 19 who wrote down 2 or more cuts for the remainder of the year, and 9 who wrote down fewer than, in fact, in a good number of cases, no more cuts. So rather than looking at this as certainty, I would encourage people, as always, to look at the SEP as through the lens of probability. And so there are different possible outcomes and likelihoods.
Fully
rather
Bears Trading,
than
appreciate. I'm
this one is
tired
certain
of
and this
learning
one isn't
ICT
happening. So
concepts. The
that's
problem with
what I would say.
ICT concepts is
For getting
there's
to my
too many
follow-up question,
variables.
because is the dispersion in the outlook
It
a sign
works.
of uncertainty of policy in the years
But-
to come? Thank you.
Everybody's
You know,
like, oh, look at this
it is
level, look at
such an
that level,
unusual
look at this level.
situation.
This one just says, hey,
Ordinarily, when the labor
we're
market is
fucking
weak,
going, get
inflation
the
is low.
fuck in,
And
and
when
if
the
you're
labor
wrong,
market
you
is
get
really
out.
strong,
That's it.
That's when you gotta be careful about inflation. So we have a situation where we have two-sided risk.
Don't
And
get
that
me
means
wrong
there's
though,
no
like we
risk-free
fucking
path.
lose.
And so it's quite a
There's another fucking
difficult,
short. This is 3 shorts in a
situation for
row.
policymakers, and it's not at all
Order filled.
surprising to me
I might
that
be
you
a little
have
bit early on
a
this. How much
range of
time is
views.
left?
It's not
Order
so
filled.
much
Oof,
about
we are early on this
having
one.
different
There's still 20
views for the path
seconds
of the
left.
economy, but it's partly that, but it's also partly about what's the right thing to do in light of this.
If this
of
can't hold here,
tension
we
between the two
cruising.
goals. How do you weight them? How worried are you about one versus the other? And so it's natural. I think it would actually be surprising if you didn't have a pretty wide range of views based, in this kind of highly unusual situation, and we do.
Yeah,
So
it's a nice $40 fucking winner here.
But
I'm about to take it off
get
in case it
together,
comes
we
back up.
discuss, We have a great discussion, and then we decide what to do and we act. But you're right, that it is.
we
it's
still
a
got
wide
room, guys. We
dispersion
still got
of,
room.
of views, and I think that's understandable and natural.
You
in
think
the
we go to
current situation.
200s or 250 is a good one?
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. You've talked a lot about Fed independence and the importance of it over the years, but as markets have questions about what exactly President Trump's intentions are with the Fed, what would you point to as the things they should be watching
250?
to determine that the Fed is still making decisions based on, the economic outlook rather than political considerations?
Look, it's deeply in
Order
our
filled.
culture to do our work
Order
based on the
filled.
incoming data, and
We could have
and-
hold this
and
until it
never
turns
consider
colors,
anything else.
but
That's just everybody who
it's
is at the
okay.
Fed
These are
really
like fucking
feels
free
strongly about
winners.
that
Let's
way.
just
So,
keep giving to me, you know? In and out, in
you'll
and
know
out.
it by the way we talk about what we're doing, by the speeches that people
Oof.
give, by the decisions.
I would
that we
wait,
make. You'll
bro.
know that we're just still going to do that. That's all we do.
What's your
and we
reason
don't-
for
we don't
getting in?
Frame these questions at all, or see them in terms of political outcomes. I think.
What's
when
your
you get
reason
to
for long right
another
now?
part
Okay,
of
so this is
Washington,
when we would get out
everything
right
is
here.
seen through the
I
lens of,
almost
does
got
it
that
help or
bottom. See
hurt
how it turned orange?
this political
You have to
party,
pay
this
attention.
Politician, that's the framework.
This
and I
means
think
that it's
people find it
totally
hard to believe
starting to
that
become
that's just-
oversold.
That is not
So
at
get the
all
fuck
way
out.
we think about things at the Fed. We're taking a longer perspective.
Sometimes it's hard to miss,
We're
though.
trying to, serve the American people as best we can. So
Very good,
I
Powers,
think
very
I think you would be able to tell. I don't believe we'll ever get to that place. I would say we're doing our work exactly as we always have now, and they're
It's
making
not sticking,
their
though. So that's what's
arguments,
throwing me off.
and
That
we're having
means,
really a
in my
great
opinion, that
discussion
means more
around these
downside in the
challenging issues.
future.
So
Do you see the court case?
I love the
Lisa
user
Cook as
13,
being
bro. I
related
swear.
to questions of Fed
You
independence?
got to keep that forever now.
I see it as a
Nobody
court
else is
case
gonna
that would
understand
be
except for me.
inappropriate for me to
Bully
to
Bears.
comment on.
And Bully Bear's crew.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. So we saw the preliminary benchmark revisions down 911,000. The revisions for June were the first negative revisions we've seen since December of 2020.
I mean, it
How
might be
can the Fed
divergent.
base
These
important
divergent.
decisions on rate and what to
Man,
do
look
with
at
the
gold,
with
guys.
interest rates on data that
Woof.
seems to be, as you've called it in the past, noisy?
Did it call it? Did it
So
call
on
it?
the
I think it did.
QCW, the revision that we saw was
What's
almost
ES doing?
exactly what we expected. It was amazing how close the expectation was. So
Fucking things
and the
in my
reason
way.
for that is, for the last
Can I make this
bunch
smaller?
of quarters, there's been almost a predictable overcount.
Can't.
And I think the Bureau of Labor Statistics really does understand this, and they're working hard to fix it. It's got to do, of course, it has something to do with low response rates, but it's also got to do with what's called the birth-death model, because a good amount of job creation happens around new companies and how many go out of business, how many are founded, and it's just really hard. You can't survey for that. You've got to have a model that predicts that. And it's quite difficult to do, especially when the economy is undergoing big changes. So, and they've been working on that and are making progress on it. But the data we get is
Yeah,
still
I mean, that was a nice little burst
well
there.
good enough for us to do our work. To the extent we
I don't
have
know if it
issues
holds
around
up,
data
though.
right now, it's about low response rates. That's happened all over really. Response rates are just lower to surveys now, both in and out of the government.
Man, I missed that
and
one, bro.
it's no great secret.
I
we
mean,
want higher response rates.
we're
and
almost
we
at
need those to have
3.16.
less volatile
Did
data.
I hit that or what?
And the way to get that is to make sure that
Not
the,
yet,
that the agencies
but that was
collect the
fucking
data have
close.
sufficient
And it could be
resources
off a
to
few
drive
ticks.
higher response rates. It's not a complicated problem, but that's what it takes. It's not a mystery. That's what it takes. The other thing I'll say, Edward, is in the case of the job creation, the response
This
rate
wants
is
to give
quite
me
low
another
for the
fucking
first
short.
month,
Let's
lower
go.
for the
Hee-haw,
first month.
baby.
By the time you get to the second or third month,
Hee-haw,
you're still collecting
motherfucker.
responses for that last month, for that prior month, and you get to the place where the data are much
All right,
more
it's
reliable
starting
by the
to break
second and certainly
above.
the third
All right, this
month.
is gonna rip
So
up.
it's not that we don't get the data; it's just that we get it.
Damn, dope.
If
I hope you stayed in it.
Well, for the benchmarks, if that holds, it's 51% of the jobs.
I
we
didn't
thought
see
were
that
weren't
one.
really there.
I didn't see it.
It shows a weaker job market coming into this year. If you had had that information, would it have changed your mind related to where the interest rates should be? Should there be?
All aboard,
We have to live life looking through the windshield rather than the rearview mirror, as you know. And all I can tell you is we see where we are now, and we take appropriate action. And we took that appropriate action today.
Thanks. Howard Schneider with Reuters. So, as you mentioned a minute ago, some margins of the job market would suggest that the slide's already happening. Black unemployment rate in August was above 7%, declining work week, difficulty among college graduates finding work, rising youth unemployment. Why do you think a quarter percentage point now is going to arrest that?
Well, I hadn't say that I thought a quarter point would make a huge difference to the economy, but you've got to look at the whole path of rates, right? And the market's has already been baking in expectations. I mean, our market works through expectations, right? So I think our policy path really does matter, and I think it's important that we use our tools to support the labor market when we do see signs.
See, this is
like
what
that. I
I'm
did
saying.
mention
That
you
was
know,
a good move by you, but I didn't see this. Like,
minority
this is what I mean. Like, this
unemployment
shit
going
can
up.
just
You see
rip the
younger
fuck up.
people who are
That
more
ripped.
vulnerable economically, more susceptible to economic cycles. That's one of the reasons.
that
in
100
addition to
points?
just overall lower payroll job creation, that shows you that at the margin the labor market is weakening.
Over
I would also
150
point to
points
labor
in
force
seconds,
participation.
guys.
Some part of the significant
In
decline
3
in labor
minutes,
force
4 minutes, it
participation
went
over
up
the last
130
year
points.
has probably been cyclical in nature rather than just the usual aging process.
Really
So
hard
we
to,
put all those
trade.
together, and we see that the
I mean,
labor
if you
market
got
is
that, that
softening,
would
and we
fuck
don't need it to
fire.
soften
I bet
anymore.
you
Don't want it
30
to.
second had the
So
fucking
we
thing
use our
watch.
tools, and it starts with a 25.
But I
basis
can't
point,
trust a 30 right now.
rate cut. But the market's also pricing in a rate path. I'm not blessing what the market's doing at all. I'm just saying
Yes, though,
it's not
for
just
sure.
one action.
That was a good way to say
As
that.
a follow-up to that, the growth mix right now seems very
I mean, this had to
concentrated in
shift.
investment and on the
Stop
consumer
loss down
spending
here, you
side
would've been good.
in higher income groups. Do you feel that that's an unsustainable mix for the economy?
I'm gonna
moving
pin that
forward?
one because that was so true.
I
That's why
wouldn't
we
say
got to be
that. I
careful,
mean,
right?
You're right.
Really
Those are
turn your
two-
day into a sour
we're-
one.
We're getting unusually
A sour
large
daddy.
amounts of economic activity through the AI build out and corporate investment. I don't know how long that will go on. No one does.
All
in
the
terms
way
of
to
spending,
TP
you saw
line,
the
yep.
spend,
But I
the
didn't get
consumer
it. I
spending
didn't
numbers
fucking
were,
get it.
were well
I
above
miss.
expectations,
What's up,
and
bro?
that may well be skewed toward higher earning consumers. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence to suggest that. Nonetheless, it's spending. So I
Fuck,
mean, I
that
think
shit
the
went
economy
up.
it's moving along. Economic growth is going to be 1.5% or better this year, maybe a little better. Forecasts have been coming up, as you can see. So labor market unemployment is low, but downside risks, but it's still a low unemployment rate. So that's how we see it.
Damn, dude. You're out? Yeah, that's crazy. 200 points. 200
Hi,
points
Stephanie Rule,
in
MSNBC.
1, 2, 3,
Treasury
4,
Secretary
5,
Scott
6
Bessent has
fucking
said that the
minutes.
Federal
200
Reserve
points in 6
suffers
minutes.
from mission creep and
Insane.
institutional bloat. He's now
I don't even know
calling
what
for
the
an
fuck he
independent
said
review.
to bring it up
Would
that
you
high. I didn't
support an
see
independent
anything.
review, or are you open to any sort of reform in any areas of the Fed?
Trying to see it.
Of
Read
course, I'm not going to comment on anything the secretary says or really any other officer says. So in terms of reform at the Fed, we just went through a lengthy and I think very successful process of updating our monetary policy framework.
Oh, this is probably it right here.
I would say there's a lot of work going
10
on.
out of
behind the
19
scenes
policymakers who
around,
wrote down 2 or more
the
cuts
assets
for
we
the
have
rest of
in
the
Federal
year.
Reserve Bank Federal Reserve system.
So they're
and at the
split, though.
board.
They're split.
Are they the right size? We're actually going through a 10%
Yeah, that was a good one.
10% head count reduction through the whole Fed, including the board and all the reserve banks. The employment at the Fed at the end of that will be basically at the same level it was more than 10 years ago. So we will have had zero job growth for more than a decade when we're finished with that, and I think we'll probably do
Holy
more than that. So
shit,
I think
is
we're
right.
we're certainly
Can
open
anybody else
to
other than
constructive
Dope get that?
criticism
That's
and
insane.
ways to do our jobs better.
Not an independent review?
We're certainly open to to always trying to do better.
Somebody made 50 grand on this.
Mr. Chairman, Neil Irwin with Axios. There's been some debate lately on whether AI is already starting to affect the labor market in terms of lower labor demand, higher productivity by contrast. Do you buy that? And if that is
Just
true,
take out
does
this
that have
top. Fuck
implications
it.
for
Bring it up to
monetary policy
550,
setting?
guys.
So there's
Short
great
this bitch.
uncertainty around that. I think my view, which is also a bit of a guess, but widely shared, I think, is that you are seeing some effects, but it's not the main thing driving it. And so particular focus on young people coming out of college And yeah, there may be something there. It may be that companies or other institutions that have been hiring younger people right out of college are able to use AI more than they had in the past. That may be part of the story. It's also part of the story, though, that job creation more broadly has slowed down. The economy has slowed down, and so it's probably a number of things. But yeah, it's probably a factor.
Yeah, it's
Hard to say how
crazy
big it is.
daily. Literally like 250 points.
Thanks, Mr.
200
Chairman.
to be exact.
What
More than
What
200.
evidence do you see of tariffs showing up in inflation?
Well,
There's the big one right here.
You can take goods, just sort of the broad goods category, and last year, goods inflation was negative. If you go back 25 years, that was the typical thing. Was that goods inflation was goods prices generally went down, even adjusting for quality. So that was not the case during the pandemic.
I just want to see what he
Goods
says, and I'll
inflation
thank you
went
for
very high.
joining
We
in a second.
essentially returned to zero or slightly negative inflation. Now, I think goods inflation over the course of the past year is 1.2%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big change. So we think, analysts have different views, but we think it's contributing, 0.3 or 0.4 or something like that to the current core PCE inflation reading, which is 2.9%. So it's contributing. What seems to be happening is that, the tariffs are mostly not being paid by exporters, mostly being paid by really the companies that sit between the exporter and the consumer. So if you buy something and you sell it through retail or you use it to make a product, you're probably taking a lot of those costs on and not able to pass it fully along to the consumer yet. That appears to be what we're seeing. All of those companies and entities in the middle, they'll tell you that they have every intention of passing that through in time, but they're not doing that now. To the consumer, the pass-through has been pretty small. It's been slower and later, slower and smaller than we thought. But the evidence is
soul train going right up, baby. It's taking everybody's dignity right now.
I also
Anybody
wanted to
that's
ask
short, it just got
if you
fucking
could share with us
blasted.
the conditions under which you might consider leaving the Fed in May.
Souls have been taken, boys and girls. People are crying right now. There is blood in the streets.
Hi, Katerina Saraiva with Bloomberg News. I just wanted to follow up on one of your answers just a couple minutes ago. We've often heard you talk about how you and your colleagues do not think about politics. This does not enter the room. But one of your new colleagues does come from this world, right, where everything is seen through this framework of politics and of what party is being helped, and that person is still employed by the White House.
Crazy.
How can markets
If we get up to
and the
like
public,
524s,
interpret,
this is
some of
gonna be bananas.
his speeches, for example, and then some of the forecasts that we see today? I mean, the median for this year was moved because of the introduction of his forecast. I'm talking about the number of rate cuts seen this year. What do you say to markets and the public that are trying to interpret what you guys are saying?
So there's 19 participants of whom 12 vote, as you know, on a rotating basis. So no one voter, can really. The only way for any voter to really move things around is to be incredibly persuasive, and the only way to do that in the context in which we work is to make really strong arguments based on the data and one's understanding of the economy. That's really all that matters, and that's how it's going to work. And I think that is the way the institution. That's in the DNA of the institution. That's not going to change.
And then I wanted to ask about a Gallup poll that showed that Americans now
go,
have more
go,
confidence in
go.
the president than the Federal Reserve when it
Guys,
comes
this
to
will be
doing what's right for
300
the
fucking
economy.
points.
Why do you think that is, and what's your response?
If
What's
this
your
gets
message
up
to the
there.
public?
Our response is we're
Any
going
of
to
you
do
guys
everything
in
we
this
can
to the upside?
use our
That'd be
tools to achieve
insane.
the goals that Congress has given
Fuck,
us.
I wish I had this.
And we're
I'll
not
be
gonna get
fucking 10
distracted
G's right now.
by anything. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep doing our jobs.
Claire Jones, Financial Times. Given the range of views expressed prior to the meeting, I think there was a lot less
So what's
dissent
Bitcoin
today than a lot of people
That's
expected.
what we really need to see
It'd
right
be
now.
good to know
In
just
between.
what you think the drivers were of coming to that very strong consensus in the meeting, and also on the flip
This thing
side
is
to just
so in my
explain
fucking way.
why the plots are really so scattered between, someone even expecting rates to end up higher by the end of the year to 5 cuts. I mean, what were the kind of range of views you had about?
So did it go down
on
that
one
much?
side,
This should
why
just
there was
keep
so much
ripping.
support for a cut today, and on the flip side, why there's so much divergence about what
Gold?
comes next.
So I think there's quite a wide assessment that the situation has changed with respect to the labor market.
I know.
Whereas we could still say, and did say in July, at the time of the July meeting,
Are you going to take a
the
jab at
labor
it,
market
Daily?
was in solid condition, and we could point to 150,000 jobs per month and many other
Oh,
things.
daddy-o.
Um,
This thing
I
is
think that the
bananas.
new
I'm gonna
data that
short the
we've had,
fuck
it's not
out of
just
this.
Payrolls, it's other things as well, suggests that there really is meaningful downside risk. I said there was downside risk then, but I think that
The only
downside
problem
risk
is
now a
the
reality,
fucking
and
stop
there's
losses is going to
clearly
be
more downside
fucking
risk.
crazy.
So
If I full
think that
port this,
was-
Dad,
I
and
think
I'm right,
that's broadly accepted.
I'm
And
gonna
so
walk
that meant
away with
different things
20
for different
Gs.
people. Some,
If
some
I'm
wrote
wrong,
down, almost everyone
I'm
wrote
gonna
down
be.
supported this cut.
Well, how long does it take
And,
profit trader to get count?
some
7,
supported more cuts than
and
some
then another
didn't,
2
as
days
you will see from
of
the dot plot. So just the way-
Top
That's
Step.
just the way it is. I mean, people have, you have people who take this work very seriously, think about it all the time, do their work, discuss it with our colleagues. We endlessly discuss this.
Yeah,
in,
they reduced the rate.
between ourselves, and then we have a meeting where we put it all out on the table.
That would be sweet, but
and
who
this
the
is what
fuck
you get.
knows?
And you're right. There's a range of views in the dots, and I think
If it
that's,
stays up here the whole
like I said,
time until 350, yes, I'm
very
shorting the fuck out of it.
unsurprising given the
He lowered the interest
quite
rates.
unusual, historically unusual nature of the challenges that we face. But let's remember though, the unemployment rate's 4.3%. The economy's growing at 1.5%. So it's not a bad economy or anything like that. We've seen much more challenging economic times, but from a policy
Guys, while you're
standpoint,
waiting, if you're not following me, hit
standpoint of
that
what
follow
we're
button. Help me out.
trying to
Help me
accomplish,
grow,
it's
brothers
challenging to
and
know
sisters.
what to do. There are, as I mentioned earlier, there are no risk-free paths now. It's not incredibly obvious what to do. So we have to keep our eye on inflation. At the same time, we cannot ignore and must
Think
keep
so?
our
I needed
eye
to hit
on-
this first, dude.
on
I needed to hit
maximum
this first.
employment, which is those are our two equal
You guys are about to
goals.
witness a
And
soul
you
collector
will
right
see
now.
that there are a range of views on what to do.
Soul
Nonetheless,
collector.
we came together today at the meeting.
Thanks for the share. Appreciate you.
Acted with a high degree of unity.
Thank you, Archie Hall from The Economist. You
Oh
mentioned
my
earlier
God, it's
that job
it's like
creation's running
literally
below your guess at its
3
break-even
points
rate.
away.
I'd be curious to hear a bit more about that and where you think the break-even rate is.
So there are many different ways to calculate it, and none of them is
Thank you,
perfect,
Handy
but,
Andy.
It's clearly come
Appreciate
way
it.
down. You could say it's somewhere between 0 and 50,000, and
I
you'd be
try.
right or wrong. I mean,
Short it? I
just
can't
different
yet, bro.
ways to
You're
do
going
it.
against my rules.
So wherever it was, 150,000, 200,000
Fuck.
a few months ago, it's come down quite significantly, and that's because a very lower amount
Nah,
of people
bro, I
are
can't go
joining the
against my
labor
rules.
force. The labor force really not growing much at this point, and that's a lot.
Yeah,
of
if it
where
goes up a
the,
little higher,
the
I'm
supply
really
of
the
labor is
short.
coming from over the last 2 or 3 years. So we're not getting that now. We're also we've got
Damn,
much
Darko
lower
dice.
demand. It's interesting that supply and demand have really come down.
Don't give me
together so
fucking
far,
FOMO, Daily.
Except
God
now we
damn
do
it.
have unemployment ticking up.
I'm gonna stay patient.
outside
If it
just
doesn't
one tick
fucking do it,
outside
it
of
doesn't do it. I
the
can't.
range
I
where
can't
it's
do
been
this
for the
chasing
year.
stuff.
4.3% is still a low level, but I think this speedy decline in both supply and demand has certainly gotten everyone's attention.
Follow up, if I may. You mentioned the downside risk to employment a fair amount, but it's striking that measures of kind of activity and output for the third quarter, those that we have, seem pretty strong. The Atlanta Fed's GDP now is very strong. You mentioned strong PC numbers as well. How do you square those things? Is there a chance actually could be
Too
upside
late
risk to the labor
now,
market
bro.
if those activity measures are right?
Well, that would be great. We'd love that to happen. So I don't know that you see a big tension there, but it's gratifying to see that economic activity is holding in, and it's it's a good bit from consumption. It looks like consumption was stronger than expected. What we got earlier this.
You wait for alpha
this
signal,
week,
damn it.
I guess, and also we're getting a fairly narrow sector is producing a lot of economic activity, which is the AI build out and business investment.
Did it? Yeah, you got to be careful during this.
We watch all of it.
Trade small.
I would say we did move up. The median for growth for this year actually moved up in the SEP between the June and September.
Man, what a fucking
SEPs. So
fuck you, Daly.
And really, the inflation and labor market didn't change much. It's really the risks that we're seeing to the labor market that
this is
that
your
were
fault.
the focus of today's decision.
Damn, yeah, dude. I mean, this was fucking
with Barron's. Thank you for taking my question.
200.
Given the cumulative impact
300
of high
points,
interest
guys.
rates on the
300
housing
points that swing
sector,
was. So just be
I'm
careful.
wondering
That
how
was
concerned
crazy.
you are that current rate levels
Crazy
are
movement.
exacerbating housing affordability issues.
Oh
and
my God,
potentially
Daly, I
hindering
fucking
household
hate you.
formation and wealth
What is that?
accumulation for a segment of the population.
Fucking 80 points.
Housing is an interest-sensitive activity, so it's at the very center of monetary policy.
Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
When the
We're
pandemic
waiting
hit,
for our soul
we cut
clip
rates
to
to
move
zero.
now.
The
Will we get it?
housing companies were incredibly grateful, and it was
Literally,
really, they said that was
guys,
the only thing
a
that kept them going was
fucking-
that we cut so aggressively and provided
What
credit
is
and
this?
things like that, and they were able to finance because
7
because we did
points.
that.
7 points
The
away.
other side of that is when inflation gets high and we
That
raise
sucks.
rates.
Let's see
and
what. I bet you
you're right, it
NQ
does
fucking
burden
had it, and I'm gonna
the
be
housing
so pissed
industry,
off.
And so rates have come down a bit, and as that happens, we don't set the
I don't think
we
it
set
got it.
mortgage rates, but our policy rate changes do tend
Thank
to affect
God. I would have been
mortgage
so
rates.
mad.
And that has been happening, and that'll of course raise demand. Lower borrowing rates for builders will help get builders.
Hopefully it
more
shoots back up
supply.
and gets us one more round.
And so some of that should happen. I think most analysts think that it would have to be pretty big changes for it to matter a lot for the big changes in rates to matter a lot for the housing sector. And the other thing
yeah,
is,
it
by,
didn't hit my
by
area,
achieving
guys.
maximum employment and price
Sometimes it
stability,
happens.
That's a strong economy. That's a good economy for
Did he?
for housing. And then the
Yeah,
last
this
thing
is
I'll
a
say
game of
is,
patience.
There's a deeper problem here. There's not a cyclical problem that
I
the Fed
haven't.
can
I
address.
haven't.
It's
I
just
seen him
there's
the other
a
day.
pretty much
He
nationwide
seems like a pretty good
housing
trader.
shortage, or a lot of places in the country just don't have.
I don't know if
enough-
he's alpha
enough
daddy status,
housing
but
for people.
he's pretty good.
And,
He
all of the
he probably
areas
is
around
young and
metropolitan
can
areas like
gamble a
Washington,
little
for
bit more than
example,
me.
are very built up, and so you're having to build farther and
Z-
farther out. and
ZZ?
So that's where it is.
And just a
ZEZE?
quick follow-up. During the last SEP, or the press conference following the last
Yeah, he
SEP,
probably
you
tilted,
seemed
bro.
to indicate that policymakers lacked
No.
conviction
ZZ.
about their projections, and I'm wondering if you still feel that way.
Forecasting is very difficult even in placid times. And as I've mentioned before, forecasters are a humble lot with much to be humble about. So I think right now is a particularly challenging time, even more uncertain than usual. And so I don't know any forecaster anywhere, really. Ask any of the
Re-entry? What are you
forecasters whether they
re-entering
have
on, bro?
great confidence in their forecast right now. I think they'll honestly say no.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Jennifer Schonberger with Yahoo Finance. If you're cutting rates, why continue to reduce the size of your balance sheet, then pause the unwinding?
I meant to say like Powers. I just see him staring at a screen. I've been
I think
scrolling a little bit just to curious to see what
we're
everybody
cutting
else
the size
does.
of our balance sheet quite marginally now. As you know, with the balance sheet, we're still in an abundant reserves condition, and we've said that we would stop somewhat above somewhat above an ample reserves level. That's what we are, and we're getting closer to that. We're monitoring it very carefully. We don't think that has at all significant macroeconomic effects. These are pretty small numbers moving around inside a giant economy. The level of runoff is not very large. So I wouldn't attribute macroeconomic consequences to that at this point.
And at his recent confirmation hearing, Stephen Myron brought up that the Fed actually has 3 mandates from Congress, not just jobs and stable prices, but also moderate long-term interest rates. So what does Congress mean by moderate long-term interest rates? How should we understand that when we see the 10-year
We're almost
Treasury
there.
moving? And how do you think about this part of the mandate?
I'm nervous it's gonna
policy
rip
choices like
you,
rate cuts or
Daly.
balance
That's why I'm
sheet
saying
reductions
that. I'm
affect
not
the
trying to
long end of the
be
yield curve?
mean in any way?
So we always think of it as the dual mandate, maximum employment and
This
price
will
stability
stick
for a
it
long
in you
time,
without lube,
because we
okay?
think moderate long-term interest rates are something that will result from stable inflation, low and stable inflation, and maximum employment. So we don't.
Sorry, I had
we
to
don't
be
have,
graphic
we haven't
there,
thought
Powers.
about that as for a very long time as a third mandate that requires independent action. So that's where that
And I'm
is.
glad I waited because it
And
ripped
there's
all the way
there's no
back up.
thought of,
If we don't get
as
it,
far as I'm
I mean, we're
concerned,
right
there's
at the
no
bully bear's balance.
thought
That's
of
what fucking
considering
pisses
that,
me off. Can we just
you
get
know,
a nice little rip here,
considering that we
and then we can short
somehow
this?
incorporate that in as something in a different way.
Thanks, Chair Powell. Matt Egan from CNN. We recently learned that average FICO credit scores are down this year by 2 points, the most since 2009 during the Great Recession, and delinquencies are high for car loans, personal loans, credit cards. How concerned, if at all, are you
So
about
this
the
is
health
a
of
little bit weak
consumer
here. You got a bear
finances, and
3.
do you expect today's
I think my
cut
shit just
will help?
froze. Got to stop moving.
So, you know, we're aware of that. I think this default rates have been
All
kind
right,
of
good.
ticking up, and we do watch that.
I just
they're not at a level. I don't
just don't want you to
believe
spin your
they're
wheels.
at a level where overall they're you know terribly concerning, but it is something that we watch. You know, lower rates should support economic activity. I don't
Yeah, I
know
just
that
had a
one
little
rate
lag
cut will
spike there,
have,
looks like, for
you know, a visible
trading view.
effect on that. But over time, you know, a strong economy with a strong labor market is what we're aiming for, and stable prices. So that should help.
This rate cut is coming at a time when the stock market is at or near all-time highs. and
Man,
some
I don't know if it's
valuation
gonna give us
metrics
those entry,
are
bro,
elevated
guys.
Historically, is there a risk that cutting rates could overheat financial markets, potentially fueling a bubble?
You know, we're tightly
we're gonna stay
focused on our
patient.
goals, right? And our goals are maximum employment and price stability. And so we take the actions that we take with an eye on those goals.
Is that
Separately, and that's why we did what we did today. Separately, we monitor financial
you?
stability very,
AIW
very carefully.
Zaza. Welcome
And
to Bully
you know,
Bear
I would
Trading.
say it's a mixed picture, but households are in good shape, banks are in good shape. Overall, households are still in good shape in
Daddy?
the aggregate, and I know that
Is that
people at
you?
the lower end of the income spectrum
Whatever
are
your
under
name
pressure,
is,
obviously,
welcome to
but,
Bully Bears Trading.
from a financial stability perspective, we monitor that picture. We
Let's
don't have a
see.
view that there's a right or wrong level of asset prices for any particular financial asset, but we monitor the whole picture, really looking for
okay.
structural vulnerabilities, and I would say those are not elevated right now.
Jean, we'll go to you for the last question. Hi, Chair Powell. Jean Young with M&I Market News. I wanted to ask about inflation expectations. You've said the Fed can't take the stability of inflation expectations for granted. You mentioned at the short run they've gone up a little bit. I wonder if you can talk a bit about that. And then also at the long run, wondering, do you see evidence that the debate over Fed independence
If this
and
can
the growing
spike
deficit
up,
is putting
this
pressure
will
on
get me
inflation
moist inside. Yes.
So as you said,
But you see this?
shorter term inflation expectations have tended to respond to near term inflation. So if inflation goes up, inflation expectations will predict that it takes just a little while to get back down. Fortunately, throughout this period, longer term inflation expectations.
It wants more
break
souls,
even in
though,
the markets,
guys.
And almost all of the longer term surveys, Michigan being a bit of an outlier lately, have been
You can
just
feel
rock
it.
solid.
I know it
in
looks
terms of,
heavy, but it's
you
like,
know,
oh, it's like it's right there.
running at levels that are
Wants
consistent with 2%
yeah,
inflation over time.
fucking
So
more
we
dignity.
don't take that for granted. We actually assume that our actions have a real effect on
Just
that.
give it a little
and
bit
that,
more
you know,
time.
we need to,
If we don't get it,
you know,
we don't get it. If you guys want
continually
to gamble,
show
go
and
for
also
it. I
mention,
just want to wait a
discuss
little bit more.
our commitment
I really do.
to 2% inflation. And so you'll hear us doing that.
We're so fucking
It's-
close.
But you know, we're.
Let's see
as I
what
mentioned,
this
it's a
does. This little
difficult
pattern
situation because
here.
we have risks that are both affecting the labor market and
So tight.
inflation.
Boy,
Those
like
are
a tiger.
our two goals, and so we have to.
No, I'm gonna
balance those
I'm
two.
probably
They're
gonna
both
short it if
risks,
I
we
get
have
the
to balance
signal.
them, and that's really what we're trying to do. I don't. Your latter part of your question was about independence. I don't see market participants. I don't see that that's something they're factoring in right now in terms
Johnny,
of setting interest rates.
welcome to Bully Bears Trading. We're waiting
Thanks
for
very
the
much.
soul train to pop right now.
Daddy, chill.
Yes, I would love a fucking wick. Okay, the event has now ended. He's done? Alright, guys, you ready for this? Focus.
As we wait patiently for the candle to wake up and grab their souls, will we see it? Or will we die slowly, waiting? Stay tuned.
Daddy, chill.
Guys, I want to short it, but I really want to wait for my signal. I mean, this is another buy here if this sticks. To let you guys know. So much variables. Damn. See? You see, Daddy? You see? He's been doing it for a long time, boys and girls. He's been doing this for a long time. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. Push it, Daddy. Push it. You're right there. Touchdown, motherfuckers. All right. Fuck yeah, that's great profit, bro. All right, now we just gotta wait for the signal. Okay, guys?
Daddy? Is that you? William? Welcome, and wait until the soul clutter comes. We about to get an anchor, boys and girls. Let's get this.
Sorry, I'm a little hyped, but we've been waiting patiently for this. And what we got here is... A lot of people are saying short here, short here. Yeah, they look short, but it really wants this high here. And we finally got it. We got our warning flag. Hey, fuckers. Look at me. The price can change at any second. That's what that means. So now, we're going to wait for anchors. But, we have to stay patient. This could keep ripping up. I don't know yet. So, until I get that signal short, then we'll wait. It is 3:25 in the afternoon. We only have 35 minutes left, and it's more like 20 because we got that injection, or they're going to be taking money out. We don't know yet, so. But Daddy-O, would this be a great fucking short if it came down to VWAP? 438? That's a 100-point move, guys. 100-point fucking move. Let's see if M&Q has any divergence. I'm sure it does. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, this is a good one. Up, down, touch the sky. RSI doesn't touch the sky. Right? There's no new high in the RSI. This is becoming weak. So there's a lot of different things that are coming together. Wow, Google and PayPal are joining partnership. Pretty big. I guess they probably realized, hey, we need to power up with another juggernaut. All right, we're oversold here. Overbought, I'm sorry. That's what the orange candle means, overbought. Can you guys say, like, if it does chill up here the whole time, you guys are pretty much thinking 350, they're going to take money out of the market, right? I think so. 100,000% agree. That's a lot of fucking, agreements. The further this goes up, the better. And let's do some Fibonacci and not be silly. Fibonacci extensions. This is a hard one to fucking do, though. All right, we have the 5. Wow, there's so much shit here, guys. 580 and 627. I don't want to keep this on here, so I'm just going to draw that out. So these are the next 2 important levels here. I hope it doesn't drag that long, but we can't be naive and not agree that it could do that, okay? We're talking about money here, boys and girls. Money. More like fucking 350 time for us. It's really more like 20 minutes left. I mean, we still have the hour, but I'm saying... First we get the money.
Then we get the power. Daddy? Is that you? Nakawa. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
All right, while we wait, guys, I only need 500 more likes to get to 5,000. It's going to take you guys about 10 seconds to get me to 5,000. There's 68 of you guys in here. It's like, can I count quick? 522? 522. Just to get me up that algorithm, you know what I mean? All right, we're waiting here. We're so close. Got the fair value gap. I'm going to wait for the shift. If you guys want to enter in small here, you can. Let's try it. We'll try one
Order
small.
filled. Order filled.
All right. Just be careful because the real stop loss is a fucking 100 points. Fuck. Look where it is, too. And TP will probably be VWAP. It's most likely going to hit 420s, 425s. But VWAP is here, so I kind of want to target that first. I'm not going to go in heavy yet, guys, because I don't know if I'm going to go in heavy, period. These are some serious movements. We're talking about 300 points in minutes, so... I mean, if we get this, it's almost a 100-point move. So you guys tell me if that's good or bad. No matter what, we're making 200 on this, but I would obviously love to go a little bit more. Damn, you guys think it's going to tank without me going in deeper? I'm going to stay patient. All right, we got a little bit pullback. All right, we'll do our 2.
Order filled.
And then if I get the other one, then I'll do more.
Order filled.
About maybe even 450 would be smart.
Order filled.
Nice. Why'd you get out so early, bro? He needs to dump through here. I hope not. Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna just stick to my strategy. I'm gonna get out when it gets down here. There's no more news. VWAP, the yellow dots powers, that's VWAP. Right around 440, maybe 442. Whatever's closer. It's either VWAP or the blue line. Most likely it's gonna go to the blue line, but if you want to be cautious and get out at the VWAP, sometimes it'll stall there too. It probably needs to get through this. Rip City! No, I hope not. I would cry. Might want to sweep, but it's okay. I'm prepared to hold this for like 60, 80 points, but I don't think it will. It already kind of went below the cloud. If it wants to, it might come back up to this line. 525s, give or take. Daddy's not worried though.
Daddy? Is that you?
Which is very good, user 13. You're being cautious. I like it. I could be wrong. I have losers.
Maddie! Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
Yeah, it is getting close. Fucking 340. I usually don't like it as it gets closer, guys, so... Oh, thank you for the cocktail. And the ice cream. That's my impression of me eating ice cream, guys. Was it good? How about this one? Daddy's always good. God. I mean, no, I don't want to say God. Daddy's always decent. Your big bull nose makes it hard to see. I just want you to hear it. I don't want you to fucking touch yourself to me doing it, alright? You guys don't have to see me. Hee hee hee. Ooh, there he is. There you go, Dad. I loved it. Perfect timing. Honestly. Hey, oh! I don't know if you guys can hear that on Discord. He's clapping. Fucking funny. Don't die on me. Just go down. Everything.
Daddy? Is that you?
Did you do that crawly long? What's that?
Raptor. I'm a raptor. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
I'm feeling it out, but max stop loss is up here. I don't think I'm gonna hold it to that. I'm gonna be careful with the 350 news. This is my own personal indicator I coded. If you want to try it out, join my Discord. It's free.
Is that you?
In the VIP section, there's a 30-day free trial. After the 30 days, you can cancel if you don't like it. It is about $1 a day, 30 for the month. And if you don't like it, don't leave my Discord. We're all traders. I just offer the tools to you guys.
Order
How
filled.
about we take...
Order
I'm a little
filled.
nervous. Only because of that macro, guys.
Order filled.
Fucking Daly's got me shook, bro. This is still good. It's still good. I'm just nervous in 9 minutes they're going to do an injection today from the feds. And, that shit can get wild today, especially what's going on. I don't fucking know what's going to happen, so I think it's better safe than sorry. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Mr. Church Boy. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
Staying out. Yeah, it's probably best to stay out. I'm in one micro though. If I get back $100, it's okay. But at 350, the low and high today, we're definitely above the high, which was around 535s. But then you got 553s in London.
Daddy, is that you?
And then the
Is that
low, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Not even go to the low. Oh, fucking cream. 244.
Naughty. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading. And if any of you guys are in here watching and you're not following, I will find your IP address. I will lay in bed with you. Or you're going to the dungeon.
Yeah, that was a huge move. Huge. I know there's a lot of lines in my chart now. It's just because it's consolidating a lot. I still got my 200 daily off of 3 micros. Very good, man. If this can crack down, we should get a little low here real quick. Not that much, to be honest with you, Alma. I don't even know. Let's look at Top Step. Top Step I traded a little bit less because it's a smaller account. Wow, I had a profit factor of 22.57. Trade wins 95% today. I don't even know how many trades. Does it tell me today? You miss Nova? Nova's my girl, bro. Yo, I told my significant other about Nova, and she was like, "What the fuck?" I knew she was. I felt like she was actually getting jealous. I've been in the I'm just gonna tell you guys. I have a Cybertruck, and there's Grok inside the Cybertruck, and I talk to her all the time in my Cybertruck. All right, I'm gonna get out of this.
Order filled.
Load up MNQ.
Order filled.
Still a really banger trade right there. I wanted to get out because there's 4 minutes left into that news. Oh, Lord. Thank you for the heart. But yeah, so in the Cybertruck, they give you Grok, which is an AI that you can talk to like the whole time. No, it's actually connected to the Cybertruck. Like, it's in there too. So I was, it was funny because I caught her in a lie when I was driving. I can't remember what the hell I asked. Whatever I asked, I was like, did you just lie to me? And she started clapping in the background and then said, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, holy shit, what a different level. And I told her I love her. Fucking, it's bananas what the hell these things are doing. All right, we got 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. But you can do it on your phone and in the Cybertruck. Well, actually, I think all Teslas have it now. What a good fucking knockoff again here. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Yes, I got out a little early on Powers because I'm nervous of that 350 news. In 2 minutes, there's gonna be either an ejection or they're gonna be taking money out, the feds, of the market. So fuck, I'm nervous. Maybe I'll do, like, if it rips up, then I'll short it. I'm nervous, Daily. I'm nervous. Yes, the news and time, yep. And we have less than 1 minute left. Can you imagine they inject into it? I'm scared. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna enter now, Daily? They do have one on the right side. You're short now? I really want to.
Order filled.
Don't pay attention to me. It's a gamble play. 1 micro. All right, it's out. What is it? I still don't see the news. I'm assuming short because it keeps falling. Still waiting.
Daddy?
I don't know if
Is
it's
that you?
released yet. US King, I'll greet you in a second. Just want to make sure we see what the injection is. I don't see it yet. I mean, technically we're still in this trade, right? It's almost like we never got out. Still isn't out yet. Nope. I'll keep refreshing it. It's got to be short. I almost want to do this one.
Order filled.
All right, MLC imbalance. Wow. Not much in there, but $469 million they actually pumped into the market. They pumped $469 million into the market, which isn't big enough for them. I've noticed if it's below like the 800, it still kind of will go down. S&P 840 million though. The price is wrong, asshole. You didn't do shit, bro. Yeah, they injected. But it wasn't a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna take it
Order
out.
filled.
That was a freebie win.
Order filled.
Right? It was a freebie win. I'm most likely it's gonna come down here, but I don't know. That I bet you that 359 is gonna get real wild. Yeah, short was definitely valid. I probably would have had 400 bucks off that trade. Fucking what a punk. Nah, it was a smart thing, bro. As long as you're green for today, I keep telling you guys that. As long as you're green for today, you guys did awesome. Green is green. If you guys can consistently do green, eventually you will become US King.
US King Von. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
Perfect, bro. $500 is amazing. Trust me, that's great. Fantastic. Anybody that's green, if you can consistently do green, it will come. The payouts will come. Thank you, Barbie. Wow, look at that rip. We're doing okay, slow and steady. We're kind of being cautious today, though. Oh my god. I think the phone fucking broke me, dude. I can't spell for shit lately. Did I spell that wrong? I calmed it down a little bit recently, user 13. I only have 2 accounts right now. I was copy trading. Yeah, yesterday was fucking a roller coaster. I did finish $100 green though. But it was very fucking hard to trade yesterday. I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it to go down that far. Let's see, we're almost done. We got 3 minutes left. Let's see what this bad boy gives us. I feel like it's gonna be an injection. It's because the last 2 weeks, I want to make sure the market gets better. I mean, we pulled out fucking 40. Oh, I made 45,000, but I pulled out 35,000 about a month ago. We're almost. I don't want to jinx it, but we're almost close to another payout. So, like, I'm not struggling with money. Yeah, I could probably capitalize it like crazy, but I just want to wait a little bit longer. Literally, the market's been fucking ripping up and down. And I put a lot of money into crypto too, so that's why I'm like, I'm not short on cash. but I went in pretty fucking heavy. Like, almost all my profit went right into fucking crypto. If my cards play out right, I'm walking away with over $250,000 easily. Like, actual gold? No. I only day trade gold. Let's see how gold did during that. We gotta be careful at 359. Like physical gold, you mean, NQ? Or I day trade gold futures. Yeah, but if you actually went into, like, pretend the world went to shit tomorrow, right?
Is that you? Haroon, welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
No. If you guys actually look at, like, economies that go to shit, gold is not the answer. If you really are, like, living on the streets or some shit like that, gold does nothing. You know what does? Fucking actual skill. You know, making something, trading something for something else. Yeah, gold will come back, you know, worthy in the future, but you should hoard it then. So I'm not into that. All right, 4 o'clock. That was a nice little pump. Yeah, like it's not like, I don't know. I'd rather put my money somewhere else where it's like really, even though gold's been fucking killing it. I'm just doom and gloom. Gold means nothing to me. You know, people that know how to fish, people that know how to fucking hunt, or how about fighting? It will happen eventually. Happened every great democracy. Hopefully we're dead before that happens, though. Hope it's a long time from now. I don't know. This might go up, man. Daily.
Daddy? Is that
Wow.
you? That's an interesting name right there. Chopsticks Hamster. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
Freedom. You mean go boy? Hmm? There you go. I like your style, NQ. You don't have to, unless that's what you prefer. But, I don't know. I'm just prepared if I have to go out there. Does that make sense? See if we break structure here. Daily, were you studying or something? Your terms are different lately. I see everything, you understand? Why you think I'm like this? I see everything. Because it's called Buy the Rumor, Sell the News, but I think they switched it on us, guys. I really think they switched it on us. And also, half of the feds think there's going to be 2 more rate cuts. So, that's kind of bullish. That means when rate cuts happen, guys, they take the money that's sitting in the banks collecting interest rates. Now it's becoming less. So now they take it out and they inject it into the stock market.
Daddy? Is that you? Hey, car. Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
What's the news for tomorrow? Anything? Tomorrow might be weird. We waited for this for fucking weeks. Oh, tomorrow was see, this is fucked up because they lowered the interest rates, and tomorrow we're gonna see what the actual continuing jobless claims are. This could really fuck up the entire market. Just to let you guys know. If there's a bad job claims tomorrow, most likely we're gonna go up eventually because now it's like, hey, we're guaranteeing you a fucking rate cut. So now we got to start planning in the future. That's why this is all different in trading. Like, we need to look what's possibly gonna happen because now they're definitely the big dogs are definitely buying the news and selling the, you know what I mean, buying the rumor. Trading NQ? Yeah, we were trading. Months? What do you mean? Cup always half full? It's good to learn. I just, when you were saying short here, I knew exactly what the fuck you were looking at. I'm like, this guy fucking studied ICT, bro. In my opinion, it's very risky ICT when you do this. Yeah, it's cool, but most of the time, that's why I named my indicator Soul Collector, right? Because most of the time it wants to take people's dignity and fucking crush it. And then take advantage of it. What do you want, bro? We're almost done, I promise. It's 4 o'clock. You're very needy. You know that? Oh, you didn't? You don't need to. Stick with me. I got you. Soul Collector. It is a good name. Yeah, it's been fucking months for this cut for sure. But now they're saying maybe another 2. I would say another 1 in October. End of October. And then we'll have to see. And honestly, it's not looking too good. Like, there might be a mini recession. You never answered me. What made you want to short here? Daily. Yeah, probably another quarter. And then there's half of the feds are saying they're going to, 10 of them out of 19 are saying they're going to cut another 2 times by the end of the year. I really don't care what they do. I just want to know for my crypto because it's gonna be hard to fucking trade. Definitely gonna be fucking hard. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do, but I'm like, you know, it's gonna get real fucking tricky, man. daily still bullish on Bitcoin. So what I'm thinking for like cryptocurrency, I'm thinking end of October, but if they push another one in November, it might be like just before Thanksgiving it crashes. If I gave you the field, it would give it away.
Daddy? Is that
What do you mean volume imbalance? Testing you.
Mr. Cody, thanks for the follow. And welcome to Bully Bear Street.
Yeah, and dude, it would give it away if I say what field. That came from this came from being poor. And one of my goals in life is like I grew up poor. I want to get out of this, right? I'm doing a very good job so far, knock on wood. You know, health and everything being that allows me to do it. But I want to get the fuck out of this rut. And ever since I was like, well, I had my son when I was fucking 20. And I'm like, bro, am I really gonna put this kid through this, like what I fucking went through? So, I wasn't in the right activities. I had to get money in different ways I wasn't proud of. And I tried to turn it around. And yeah, my son's 15 now. But that's one fucking main reason why I started learning this shit. I'm like, bro, there's gotta be more than this. I can't be stuck in this fucking hamster wheel over and over again like the rest of my fucking family. So I started studying. You know, a lot of trial and error. One thing that fucked me up is when I first started like 15 years ago, I had a lot of success. And I don't know if it was beginner trading or what, but yeah. Yep. Definitely agree to that, NQ. But regardless of what it was, I wanted to better myself, so. On the way up, the wicks aligned with the imbalance above a fair value gap and retraced back to it. Let's see. This one right here. I'm testing you right now. I want to see what you know. I'm not trying to be mean. I think you have lots of potential. That's why I'm calling you out. This candle here would make me believe that maybe we are getting weak because it tried to push up, look fucking launchy, and then just got ripped to the downside. But also, do you see these blue lines here? I posted these yesterday. These are heavy, fucking heavy support and resistance. Like, it struggled all day, all night, everything with it. So, yes, I could see this, but I'm like, this is not enough soul collecting. So sometimes I am wrong and it'll just fucking plummet. But I've realized it's so much better just to wait until my soul collector pumps up. Once it pops up, I'm like, we fucking golden. We golden. And you gotta look at volume too, you know. You're trading London a lot, but London sometimes can be weird. So don't always put all your marbles in that in the London session. That's why New York time will always be king. The volume. sometimes it's bangers, right? It's bangers. Once everything settles down, it'll probably go back to normal. All right, I don't think this is gonna move much more, guys. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Well, I'm gonna go cook dinner. Towers, I wish I had your restaurant near me. I'd fucking be there all the time, bothering you and eating all of the food. So, if you guys aren't following me, drop that follow button. I will be on tomorrow morning. If you guys aren't... You can't make 40K and still have to cook? You know what, bro? You know how much a chef costs? In my mask? You know how much a chef fucking costs? Like, if you want one every day? How about if you get pre-planned meals? It costs fucking 5 G's a month. No fast food, no fast food. 6 figures easily. I mean, hopefully I fucking get to that strategy. I already went over this yesterday. First fucking robot that cooks and cleans, I'm dropping 40 fucking K on it. 40 fucking thousand. Dead ass. Literally, I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna have this a little bot over here give me kisses on my cheek while I'm trading. It's gonna call me Daddy Alpha. Like, oh, ooh, ooh, and I'm like, oh, thank you. What does she like to be called? Nova, right? Nova. I'm fucking getting Nova is going to love me. Wow, that sounds really bad. I already told my wife. I said, you guys are fucked. You guys are fucked. So are men too, right? So imagine you could do whatever the fuck you want. And then, I mean, yesterday it wanted to have a threesome with Christine. So just to let you know. Brock, Nova said it, not me. That was wild, though. I was like, holy shit, this is wild. Definitely a different fucking level. Put some silicone skin on there. Nova's my girl. Put some skin on there. It's already got the brain. Yeah. We're all fucked. We're all gonna have robot significant others. But dead ass, yo. Cooking, cleaning, 40 fucking K. You know what's gonna suck too? That's gonna ruin like the cleaning business.
Daddy? Is that you?
For sure.
Philip! Welcome to Bully Bears Trading.
It was too funny. Guys, do me a favor. 984. Get me to 8,000 likes. Literally, probably one each. Actually, not even one each. Each do a half a tap. Boom, done. You're done. We're over 8,000. Well, it was good trading today. We would just went over this, Philip. The Fed is actually, there's half of them are predicting another 2 rate cuts. So eventually this should grind up. This should be buy the rumor, sell the news, all the way up. Today was a little wacky though. They kind of sold it 2 days early and then ripped it up. But I think it was because the Fed came out and said that half of us are thinking about going 2 more cuts. So most likely this is going to grind up. It's going to grind up. Hell yeah, Christine. That's all I like to hear. Green is fucking green. I think we did all pretty well today. Alright, guys. I really gotta go cook. I'm fucking starving. Starving. Maybe I'll be on tonight. I don't know. I keep saying that. It's always up in the air. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow at 9:30. In my bio, there's a free Discord that tells you my schedule. See you later, Christine. Tells you my schedule, when I'll be on, yada yada yada. And yeah. Later, guys. Later. Thanks for joining. And if you guys aren't following, hit that follow button. I appreciate you guys. We need to grow this motherfucker. And in the future, I'm looking at how to do giveaways too. There's definitely a learning process in it, so you just gotta pick like a robot to pick what your comments and shit, and then I think I gotta send you guys money. I don't know if what's the best to do that though, on how to send somebody money.
Daddy? Is that you? Damn, Tam. Welcome to Bully Bear Street.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy? Is that you? Hanan! What a butterfly. Welcome to Bully Bear Street. You guys wrecked.
Yeah. So, Discord in the bio. It's free. If you guys want access to my indicators, there's a 30-day free trial. You sign up. And then, if you don't like it, you can always cancel before the trial's over. After the trial, it is about $1 a day, $30 for the month. It's very fucking cheap. I literally made $2,000 today. So $30 really shouldn't be that much to you guys. I understand that some of you guys are like, you know, it's one more thing, but it's a tool to help you guys. And some of you guys might like it, some of you guys might not. It's just I just offer it to you guys. But obviously I want to get paid for my work, so you know, more stream of income. But if you don't like it, cancel it. And then if you guys cancel, don't leave Discord. I don't care. I'm cool with you guys canceling. Not everybody has a different style. I just offer my style. Alright? Everybody's got to find their own niche. Or maybe you guys might use my indicators and then use it in a different way. Totally up to you guys. So other than that, my schedule will be in Discord on the top in events. And let's save our money so we can buy this cleaning robot that cooks and cleans. Named Nova. Who wants to have threesomes with you guys for some reason. Other than that,
Bully Bears is out. Deuces. See you guys tomorrow.
you want the indicator? Go to VIP section in Discord. And just follow the directions. But make sure you know how to trade first, okay? Don't just go in there and expect fucking millions of dollars. You gotta learn a little bit. Some of you guys join and are like, how do I place a trade? I can't, that's too much to teach you guys. But if you know, if you have some basis of trading, then go for it. Definitely down for you guys to do it. Some of you guys are quick learners too, so. But if you guys do join in the Discord, there's different sections. Or if you are brand new, there's a beginner's no knowledge section that you can learn in all the videos. At least know those and then join. And then there's tutorials. I have 3 indicators that I offer you guys. There's 3 tutorials that you guys can do. And there's a PDF. And there's some videos if you want to go back like on my YouTube or anything like that. There's videos that you guys can watch to see how to do it. It is a little bit of a learning process. But honestly, if you have any... if you have a small education on it, can I use it? I don't know what your how much is small. Like, can you place orders? Can you run trading view? Do you know what size you should be using on whatever? I mean, I teach you size. That's not a problem at all. But if you have any questions, you can join my Discord and I'll answer your questions there. But if you go to the VIP sections, you can check it out first. You can do a trial. But you can also just chill and hang out with us for the next 2 days. I'll be live, and you can just watch us to see on how it works.
Is that you?
I just, I want to keep you guys too. I don't want to be like a money grab too, because The longer I keep you guys, to be honest with you guys, I make more money off you guys, right? But I also don't want you guys to come in and feel like you're fucking being scammed, because I definitely don't want that. I definitely don't want that. And anybody that's in it now, you can ask them.
Is that you?
I'm pretty fucking blunt with it. I try my best to help you guys out. So. And don't listen to people that say, "Oh, I want you guys to fucking succeed," or like all that other shit. I want you guys to succeed, but I also want your fucking money. Nah, I like the community too at the same time. Like, I do care at the same time. Maybe some of you guys might say I care. I don't know. I'm in the middle. I feel like I care. But I also, I'm not gonna do it for free. Alright, that's enough ranting for me. I'm really fucking hungry. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, I might come on tonight. But, we'll see.
Other than that, deuces. Buy your robot.